Good morning, everyone. My name is Joshua Bird.
My name is Lucy Alva.
My name is Carlos Suarez.
My name is Juan Arias.
My name is Pablo Cabrera. Today, we will be answering the question, to what extent can investment and innovation in Lake Nona transform the issue of urban sprawl over the next 25 years? And we said continuation. If looking to the future, investment in innovation in Lake Nona will only continue to provide benefits socially, economically, environmentally, medically, and it will turn Lake Nona into a model for the rest of the world to deal with and the ongoing issue of urban sprawl. To put this into perspective, Joe Lewis, the founder of the Tavistock Group, said that the foundation of Lake Nona was to inspire other cities and companies to do the same as they're doing right now. According to How to Build a Great American City by Jennifer Rangel. An example of this would be Medical City. Medical City is attracting a lot of people that are studying medicine, which in general they are very young, and it will attract them to move into Lake Nona, which gives the atmosphere of Lake Nona a young culture. Another example would be affecting our day-to-day life with smart homes. According to an article from the Orlando Sentinel, in Laura Park, they opened a smart home that is not for sale and it's open to the public. They give daily tours and it is meant to inspire other people to do the same to their homes.
These smart homes, however, aren't very realistic as they may be very expensive for the average person. However, investment in Lake Nona can improve its economy by creating more high-paying jobs. In 2006, according to an article entitled Orlando's Newest Attraction is Medical by the New York Times, Joe Lewis and the state government invested over $310 million to attract the Sanford Burnham Medical Research Institute, as well as the University of Central Florida Medical School. This in turn created 300 well-paying jobs, but also attracted other medical institutes, such as the Nemours Children's Hospital, a Veterans Affairs Hospital, as well as the University of Florida facility, which again created more jobs. As you can tell from this graph, as of 2014, 5,000 jobs were created, with 25,000 more jobs to be expected to be created by 2029. Investment in Lake Nona, Florida can also save us money. More specifically, investing in our ecosystems can provide monetary benefits. For example, regulation in our pollution and air quality can save an average of $647 per hectare per year of monetary benefits. As you can see, the overall investment in our ecosystems in the United States can save an average of $9,701 per hectare per year of benefits, which at a minimum would save us $1.21 for every dollar invested, and at a maximum, $6.57 for every dollar invested.
On the other hand, that solution is unreasonable because we're spending too much and getting too little from it. When expanding the population of the city, there's going to be pollution on our ecosystem. Thanks to the benefits of restoring the services on the urban areas, there's going on projects of making the normal services that we oftentimes overlook green services, so when we expand in urban sprawl, we can help and not harm the environment, and that can cause local economic growth. As I said, the new innovations and services and the new technology that are coming up, we're going to be able to help the environment when the urban sprawl. Between 2015 and 2018, there's going to be $54.2 million savings on waste, $149 million savings on water, and $1.2 billion savings on energy, thanks to you.
Based on what my partner said, we don't want to put too much investment into the ecosystem. We want to put more money into the medical city, specifically the medical city. We have, as of right now, Nemours, the VA hospital, the UCF and UF campuses, as well as Stanford Birmingham campus and the Guidewell Innovation Center. These are all big investments into Lake Nona, Florida that we want to keep improving on. Like in Lake Nona, we have a bunch of medical research. UCF is planning on making an all-in-one cancer research facility in order to in order for patients not to have to go to multiple hospitals in order to get quote unquote cured. This is a big step for innovation in Medical City because with this new specific research, we will be adding on to more places with more specific research in order to better help the lives of the people in Lake Nona. This is why we should invest more money into the Medical City comparative to most other places.
Investment should not only be directed to the medical field, but it should be dedicated to every field. Lake Nona is an area that is already futuristic, and investment controls expansion, and this is what the Lake Nona area is based on. The New York Times, according to the New York Times, Lake Nona is already creating a successful area, and it's already creating a futuristic area. The Tabasco Group is responsible for most of the growth in Lake Nona. They have future plans that benefit most of the fields. For example, the Amazon Fulfillment Center is going to open many gates to many employees and it's going to develop the business area. The Pixar apartments are going to be the tallest buildings in Lake Nona, and they are going to have a lot of housing opportunities. The Nona Venture Park, in terms of entertainment, the Nona Venture Park is going to be open by late 2019. And as this just mentioned, there are many to come over the next 25 years. Lake Nona is going to eventually keep growing, and it's going to eventually keep having more investment and innovation. Therefore, the solution should be satisfying for all fields. It should be satisfying by the medically, environmentally, economically, and in every field that we can do. Lake Nona, we grow as a bigger city with more opportunities for everyone with more housing and more medical fields. Thank you. What questions may you have?
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. All right, let me go through the questions. I'm just going to write down the line that you guys moved from what I was prepared for. That's fine. I can handle it. Josh should be up first. Here we go. Josh, tell me describe how the content of your team's presentation was changed as a result of your group discussions.
Can you restate your question?
Sure. Describe me how what you talked about in your presentation changed as a result of your discussions.
I think initially when we were all working on our individual lenses, we all thought that, oh, everything was great. But when we worked together, we were able to point out each other's pros and cons that we may not have otherwise seen by ourselves.
All right, thank you. Rishi, let's see. In the future, what would you change about your group norms, and how would you expect that to improve your presentation?
That would be one of them. I would stop saying That would be a big norm that I need to fix. But for group presentations, it would be being able to practice and practice over again, so then we can have like a clear understanding of what we're saying. We don't have to read over the board a bunch of times. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Who's up next? Carla. What's the strongest counter argument to the solution that your team identified, and then why so?
Can you repeat the question?
Sure. What's the strongest counter argument, so against what your solution was, and that you identified, and then why was that the strongest one?
The strongest counterclaim that we found was the riches, because it was talking about investing more in medical field instead of investing in the environmental or other fields. His argument just focused on his medical field, and as an overall, the solution of our presentation is satisfying every single field.
All right, thank you. Pablo, give me an example of a compelling argument from one of your peers' individual reports that you decided to not use, and then why didn't you use it?
Well, one of my peers' claims was basically talking about the whole economic perspective about Lake Nona and how they possibly could expanded on each field and how much they would waste. And we didn't use it because we wanted to focus more on what we can do instead of talking more numbers and stats.
Okay. And Juan? Save the best Juan for last. Thank you, I'll be early. Describe an argument from one of your peers' reports that made you think differently about what you came up with.
One of my peers' argument was like Rishi's. It was spending all the money towards the medical city, but I think helping the environment, as my argument, was one of more important, or share those economics, so when it's spending, we don't harm the environment as much.
Okay? You guys can agree, it's over.